Hi guys, I'm back again and today I'm going to be doing a whole new video which is... okay, my cheeks are so red. I don't know, I'm feeling really flushed up. I'm feeling really hot because I'm wearing a jumper and I never usually film with a jumper on, so I'm feeling like super hot. But anyways, if you guys are wondering what my jumper is, it is Statement and it's the most comfiest jumper ever. Like, it's so comfy and it's like the fleece inside is so soft and it's just amazing. It's an amazing company. They do like really nice tops and shirts and stuff. So if you guys want to purchase one like myself, then I'll leave it in the description box below so you can go and purchase that. You guys have to, we'll be twins, that'd be so cool. Then you guys can tag me in photos and we'll be like besties, kind of like, we'll be like twinnies. That is like the best thing ever. You guys have to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into the video and I'm gonna be telling you 3 ways on how to convince your parents for marriage. I know a lot of you guys have asked me this question on how to convince your parents and stuff. So today I'm going to be doing that. Today is to kind of giving you a few ways on how to convince your parents about marriage. Finger crossed it works for you guys, but yes, let's go. 5 ways on how to approach your parents. Okay, so for me it was a bit it wasn't that hard for me to do it. Like, I know a lot of people ask me like, how do you approach your parents? Amina? No. It wasn't as hard for me. First thing I did was approach my mom because she's the easiest person. If you guys are like me, who is the easiest person in your family to approach, your mom or your dad? For me, it's my mom. Even though my dad is like, he's very like humble and he's very like sweet and like gentle, but my mom is like easy to, she's English, so she's more understanding and, you know, whatever. So I approached her and I was just like, Mom, I got someone in mind for marriage, and at that age I was about 21. And then she was like, yeah, that's fine, you know, just let me, she's like, and I kept on talking about him, which was obviously the husband, and I kept on talking about him and I was like super happy, and she could see in my face I was really happy, and like I was serious about marriage. And obviously at that period of time I was very like mature in a sense. Like, obviously I've been living by myself for 2 years, if you guys didn't know that. I moved out and I was living by myself in my own flat for 2 years, so I was mature enough to obviously handle myself and handle my, like, obviously day-to-day life. So she knew I was mature enough for that, so she was like, yeah, that's fine. So she's like, show me a picture. She'd be like proper like girly fighting, like, show me a picture and stuff like that. So I showed him a picture of Adol and stuff like that, and she was like, oh, that's, he seemed like a nice guy, humble and stuff. And then I was like, Mom, I don't know how to approach Dad because like my dad is like Arab. So if you guys are like me and you guys like know that if even Asians, it's quite hard to approach your parents. Like, it's just hard in general, especially for like Muslim like people. It's like hard to approach your parents because they'll always have something, they'll just like doubt something in their head, like you've gone out or you've done stuff together and stuff like that. So it's not the case, but it's quite hard to approach them. So I was like, I definitely want to approach my dad like somehow, like some way. But I said to my mom, can you just approach like Dad and stuff and just tell him about obviously I want to get married and stuff. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. But so she did, and then everything was fine. And then my mom met him before my dad did because, like I said, my mom's more open-minded and she's cool about it. So she met him first. She and my sisters met him, so they were talking to him and stuff. But everything went well. They were like, yeah, he seemed like a nice guy. And then my mom told my dad obviously about him, and then my dad was like, why didn't you approach me yourself? Why didn't you let Mom approach me? Then I was just like, just because it's better if Mom approaches you because she should know like what to say. And he was like, no, you should approach me, you know, I'm your father, no. But you know how dads are, they'll ask 1,000 questions. Like, they'll be like, my dad was like, where's he from, what does he do, what does he have planned for the future, how is he going to look after you, especially if you have kids and stuff, like how is everything going to be, like how's everything going to work out. So your dad's always going to ask you 1,000 questions, only because they care for you and they just want the best for you, because they're looking in the future. And they're not looking now, they're looking like in a couple of years time how you're going to both survive, you know. So dads are always like that. So apart from that, everything went well, so that was all good, and then we got married. But I'm going to of how to approach your parents, and that's the whole title of this video. But yeah, okay, so I'm going to give you guys some advice on how to approach your parents, about marriage. Okay, so the first key thing is be 100% certain that you want to marry this person. Not just because you like him or you got a crush on him. Be 100% certain that he is the one for you. don't just look at him in like, oh, he's fit in it, or like, yeah, he's like this like that and stuff. No, look at him in like a husband. Don't look at him as like a boy or like just your boyfriend. Look at him as a man, as your husband, as your protector, because he's as your life partner as well, because he's the person who's going to be with you forever. You guys have to think about marriage is not for a month or a year or 2 years. It is forever, eternally. So you're going to be stuck with one guy for the rest of your life. So really think about it. Is he the right one for you? Do you guys have a lot in common? Do you guys have anything in common? That's the most important thing. So definitely before doing anything is definitely think about what you're doing and if he's the right one for you. Speak to the person about it, talk about similarities, talk about differences, and kind of work it out from there. And also, if you're a Muslim, pray istihara and pray to God and see if you got a good sign. And if you do get a good sign, then that's a good thing. But if you get a bad sign, keep praying, and if you have a bad feeling in your heart, then you kind of know that's something bad behind it. So that's the best advice I could give you. The second thing is, best advice I could give you to approach your parents would definitely be, just be straight up with him. Tell them why you want to get married and what's the reason why you want to get married. Not just because I want to get married because I'm in love with him. There must be reasons to back you up to why you want to get married. Obviously love is an important thing, but how can he financially support you? How can he look after you in the future? So give them backup in a sense, like, oh, he works full time, he does this, he does that, he's got his own house, he's got his own car, so he can like support me, he can look after me, and especially have kids in the future, he can do so. So you definitely have things to back you up, because if you're just going to go there and say like, listen mom, I want to marry this guy, but he hasn't got a job and he hasn't got this and he hasn't got that, they're going to kind of stop you there and think like, hold on a second, how can you be with someone, to get married to someone who can't support you and look after you? Because I understand nowadays it's hard for everyone to get a job, but you want to have a guy who has some sort of like future career ideas, or like have some sort of plans in the future. You don't want someone to be like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Do you know what I mean? Like if you meet your parents and your parents are like, oh, so what's your plan for the future? Oh, I don't know, we'll see where the future takes me. You're going to look bad on him. And especially for approaching your parents are going to be like, do you seriously want to get married to this guy? Like, are you for real? So kind of think about it and like talk about it with your partner. So talk about it and just discuss about some of the stuff that maybe he wants to do in the future, and see if he has anything for the future that he wants to do. If not, then just kind of like go along, speak about it, and then see where that goes. The last advice is really important, is by giving evidence. So let him come and be prepared, basically. So let him be prepared about, because your parents are going to ask you so many questions. You want to know what you have to say. So he needs to know what he wants to say. Or if you're going to meet his parents, you kind of have to know what to say. Like if they ask you different questions, don't be like, well, I haven't really thought about that one. Kind of be prepared. It looks better on yourself. So example, if you're going to go to a interview for a job, you want to be prepared in a sense. If they ask you a question about I don't know, what questions do they ask you in interviews? They ask you about the company, how long has this been company running for, or like what's the benefits behind this company. You have to be prepared in the sense that you know what to say, you know what to answer, and not just be like, well, I don't know, what do you know. You kind of have to know what to say and look like, you know, you're ready for this. And just be yourself. I can't emphasize on being yourself. Don't be someone you're not, because I guarantee you in in a year, even less than a year, the true colors will come out. Imagine you being this super nice person, and then like a year later they'll see you as someone completely different, and then it's just going to look so wrong, and it's going to cause so many arguments. So the best thing I can tell you is just be yourself. Be 100% yourself. Don't go out and being someone you're not, because that's just nah, it doesn't work like that. Just be yourself 100% and just go with an open mind, open heart, and just go with it. Be happy, because you never know, this might be the day that you get a yes for getting married to the person you love. So it's an amazing thing. So don't stress about it. That's definitely, I would say to you, don't stress about it, because I know a lot of people stress about the whole situation. They want everything to be perfect. Not everything's going to be perfect. There's going to be situations where you don't know what to say, but that's okay, because you have a lot of other stuff backed up for you. So just kind of go with the flow, enjoy the moment, because the moment is once in a lifetime, guys, and it's just an amazing feeling. So just go with the flow, and if you are going through that situation, then I wish you all the best and I hope everything goes well for you. Do keep me posted on what goes on because I like to know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this video has helped you guys to kind of how to approach your parents. I know it's quite difficult, especially for the Arab and Asian culture. It's quite difficult to talk to your parents about this situation because it's just I don't know why, but it's always been a kind of a hard situation to talk to them about. But don't stress about it, don't worry, don't cause any arguments, especially if you're trying to approach your parents and it turns into an argument. Please don't let it turn into an argument. Try not to like obviously avoid that as possible. Just everyone needs to calm down and just talk about things together. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope this video has helped you to kind of get an idea of how it's going to go and kind of help you through this journey, this special journey of yours. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!